And you may find yourself living in a dwarven shack. And you may find yourself in another part of the world. And you may ask yourself, this is not my beautiful wife. And you may ask yourself, this is not my beautiful dragon. What is it? This is Opposite Attractions.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Opposite Attractions, the show about theme park design that's technically possible. I am your host, the boy that's definitely getting married at Disney World. I'm doing it. The marriage is happening at Disney World. I'm speaking it into the universe. Scottye Moore, joined as always by the 1000th happy haunt himself, Jim Murphy.
I'm speaking it into the universe. I'm definitely not dying at Disney World.
I'm speaking it into the universe that I'll
Especially because it is an urban legend that you're not allowed to die on Disney property.
Yeah. Tell that to fucking Planet or Mars rover escape. What the fuck ever that murderous thing is called. So, Jim, I've got a few updates. You're usually the Disney boy, but I'm on the other side. I'm at that Universal...
The SeaWorld boy.
The SeaWorld boy. No.
Get wet with Scottye Moore.
Well, no, this is Scotty's liquor talk because I've got two things about Universal Studios. This is kind of an aside, but apparently when I'm going down there, they're gonna have this, so I'm very pumped for it. Universal Studios announces neon cocktails for Mardi Gras in 3 delicious flavors. I call bullshit on the concept of 3 delicious flavors because they're pulling the same bullshit they pulled for Halloween Horror Nights when I was down there. But there is...
Flavor's green. This flavor's orange.
No, there is the Carnival cocktail and the Raging Rumbalaya. And then the Vicious Voodoo. Now, the Vicious Voodoo you'd think would be interesting in its own thing. No, it's just the other 2 drinks combined into a single cup. Let's see. The bar will include flavors such as caramel apple, raspberry rosemary, mojito mint, and more. I really want to know what's in the drink, because it doesn't say. But this does... It does very much feel like Halloween Horror Nights a few years back had 2 separate drinks, just like Bloody Berry and Super Strawberry or some shit. And you could get each of them separate, or you could just combine them for one mega drink. So I think that's what they're doing here, is just kind of being idiots. And like, oh no, we've got 3 drinks, but by that logic, when I go to the buffet at the Golden Corral, the chocolate vanilla swirl from the ice cream dispenser is also a individual flavor, but I don't believe so. But I will, when I go down in March, I will come back with a report on how each tastes, and of course how they taste mixed together. But Jim, Universal, they've given us a gift.
Okay.
Because Disney thought they had them on the whole mascot thing by having a Mickey Mouse that talks back to you. But no.
They took him out back and shot him, actually.
Well, not only that, Universal has raised the fucking bar by introducing the first ever farting costume character at a park. Please tell me you've read about this.
No, but is it Ron Weasley?
No, it's not. I wish it was. Or one of the Weasley twins, and they're like, this is the farting machine. But no, it's actually Guy Diamond from the Troll series, a character who, if I remember the movie correctly...
Wait, hold on, it's not a minion?
It's not a minion, it's Guy Diamond, Because if you've seen the movie, A, he's not that prominent of a character, but he is a very popular character because A, his bare ass is shown at all times, and he farts glitter. And the fucking costume character will fart glitter. I've seen video. It's the worst thing on the planet. Like, I think the way it's activated is in his feet, because he just kind of shuffles up to the kids, turns around, jumps, and then presses, and then, like... Have you seen the video of the baby getting his butt powdered, and then it farts, and then a toot cloud... A toot cloud comes out. That's what this guy is. He just kind of toots out a little bit of glitter, and once again... Much like the magical mojito or whatever that Universal's offering liquor-wise, I will meet him and give a review on the quality of his fart.
So, like, in Disney, they're like, hey guys, like, Winnie the Pooh has to go back with Christopher Robin and, like, have a snack and he'll be back later. Here it's going to be like, hey guys, the troll's got to go back. We got to refill his ass.
Well, no. It's just like Guy Diamond's IBS is acting up. We're going to have to take him back and let him just shit out all of this glitter.
Yeah, it's not going to be glitter. It's going to be like more like a paintball gun.
It's a paintball gun of glitter that just gets at you. So, yeah, that's what... I love when we talk about Disney. The news is just like they're offering this all-expense day pass for $12,000 where you can do everything in the park. Meanwhile, on the Universal front, we're like, they've got new liquor and a fucking troll that farts glitter. Universal Studios, go fuck yourself.
The best place for people that don't believe in princesses anymore.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. They're like, we're the adult park. We're the manly park for the teenagers to go to. Also, there's a troll that farts glitter if you want that in your life, my boy.
It's voiced by Clint McElroy.
And an entire building dedicated to SpongeBob SquarePants. Oh, so you did tell me before the show started that they have added a little something to that $12,000 experience we discussed last week.
I think when they came up with it, I guess the idea is people that visited concierge at the various hotels would kind of go up and go, hey, I want to do this crazy crap. Why can't I do this crazy crap? And they'd be like, But I guess a lot of it was, I think Disney has how do I put this? Disney has the thought that if you have the money, they'll try to make it happen.
Oh, really? So we can just
think
anything we want.
People buy out Disneyland all the time, and people buy out, like, they would buy out the parks for like a couple hours. So I really think if you went to Disney and said, hey, I have like $5,000, could I like do the spiel on the Jungle Cruise one time? They would probably let you do that. They'd probably figure out a way. So
what you're saying is I can walk up to these boys and be like, here's $12,000 and a jukebox featuring Party Rock Anthem by LMFAO. Can I go up and stand by the Yeti and just have a fucking party with him as the fucking riders go by?
That might be dangerous a little bit.
No,
I think their safety I think they do have safety precautions.
No, I don't like it. I just love... That would take the edge off, because there'd be like... Normally, there's probably a little kid who's like riding his first roller coaster, and he's like, oh my god, the Yeti! Now he's just like, fuck yeah, Party Rock Anthem, bitch! That is what the fox says. Yeah, baby!
I would want to... I'd say, just give me a segue, and just let me take a segue wherever I want.
That's nice. That's a good one.
That would piss everybody off. Just all these stupid motherfuckers in carts, and I ride by on a Segway.
You would have to put on a fake mustache and become Paul Blart Disney cop. That's the only issue with that one. With me, in all honesty, I'd be like, can I just bartend at the Rosencrown for like an hour? Maybe earn back 10 of the $12,000 I spent to do this?
Yeah, I actually think they might they would probably allow something like that. I think if you said like, "Hey, I want to work here," I think they would probably watch over you very closely, but you probably would be allowed to do that as long as as long as you could show reasonable ability.
Yeah, with me it's just like, yeah, can I get a Pilsner? Yeah, here you go, buddy. That's scotch. Yeah, fucking drink it. Don't be a bitch. Yeah. Okay, yeah, but my wife's pregnant. Can she just get a water? Yeah, here you go. That's more scotch. Do I look like I care, sir? Have her drink up. The baby will be a man when he comes out.
I've probably said this on the show because we're probably past the statute of limitations on this, but one of my roommates down there did get like scotch when he was underage at the Brown Derby.
Oh shit! Wait.
It was like a very, 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 very small amount. He literally was just like, "Hey, I turned 21 in like a month, and I've always wanted to try scotch. Can I try see what it tastes like?" And the guy was like, "Yeah, sure, hold on," and gave him like the tiniest bit.
That's my favorite thing about sitting at a bar for more than an hour is at that point the bartender's just like, "You've never tried this before? Here you go. Try a little sip of that." Oh, that's real good.
I would do that at Beaches and Cream. Can I try a little bit of that kitchen sink? Just a little.
Just give me a little bit of the kitchen sink. Did you see the Wreck-It, I believe, WWE NXT North American Champion Johnny Gargano posted a picture of him with it, and it's the kitchen sink but the Wreck-It Ralph version, so there's just like two massive churros sticking out of the back of it, and the whole time I'm staring like I could defeat that one actually.
I do not think I would try that. I don't think I would be able to make it. They would have to call Disney security and escort me off the premises crying.
I mean, with I just don't know. I'm trying to think of where I would want to bartend most at Disney World. The Edison's up there, but I mean, technically, I want to stay in the parks if I'm spending $12,000. So, like, maybe La Cava de Tequila, maybe go to a fucking Joffrey's and just sit. I'm at the Joffrey's, just like, here's your fucking coffee. Call me in an hour when you want to add a Bailey's to it, bitch.
I want to work a popcorn cart and tick off every person trying to buy way too many popcorn buckets to resell on eBay.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you want this? Just go get it and just chuck it across the grass.
Can I just stand beside Figment? What part of the ride? What part of the ride? All of them. I want you to find me a way to, as they're going between, like, the sound section to the vision section, I can just somehow appear on both ends. I want to be the Johnny Depp of the Figment ride.
They hang you upside down from the ceiling.
Like Batman.
You're on his toilet.
No, Figment. Like, lean down like Batman. So Jim, this is a podcast about the beauty of what happens when you mix two drinks together. No, it's a podcast about building our own theme park, and of course we are in the Mysterious Kingdom this season, which is essentially fucking Dungeons and Dragons, the theme park. And of course we've got the Star Wars aspect of you get to build your own character, you get to go on quests. BuzzFeed's gonna make a short 1-minute video about us that your mom shares on Facebook because you said you liked D&D one time, and so she'll tag you in it. So last week you gave us the challenge of building something based around dragons. Because, of course, if this is Dungeons and Dragons, we need dragons. So since you gave the challenge, I will give the floor to you, sir, to pitch me your ride.
Yeah, I went to a weird place with this one. I didn't really have a quest idea, really.
Mine doesn't have a quest either, so.
I have an idea of what they could use, but essentially, for the quote-unquote quest, or what the ride will be based around, is the idea that there are no dragons in the Mysterious Kingdom.
Okay, I already see a conflict of interest with my ride, but keep going.
That there were at some point, but they have gone away. but there's like kind of rumblings that this like old man has like done something to the dragons, and so you have to go find this guy in this like old factory like building. Okay.
So it's Skyrim, basically. They've not returned in 50 years!
So you go into this, like, because I wanted that Magitech, like, steampunky kind of a vibe for part of this park. Okay. So you go to that area, and you basically find out that this old man has found a way to basically imbue machines with the souls of dragons.
What? Fuck.
It's
what?
magic. It's magic.
Are you about to build? Are you about to build a fucking robot dragon? Because
No, I'm not.
Damn it! Because you were about
I didn't
to
say robots, but listen. This will all make sense in time. You were basically led to a thing where they basically tell you that because he can do this guy is basically giving you a chance to basically ride on the back of a dragon through these automatons.
Okay.
So it's kind of a partial Avatar Flight of Passage thing, but it is more like Tron Light Cycle Power Run, kind of as a mishmash. Okay, are you with me so far? Have you seen Power Run, the Tron roller coaster?
Yes, it's absolutely fucking terrifying.
So basically, that is what the ride vehicles look like. Instead of being motorcycles, they look like robotic, like steampunky sort of dragon type shapes.
So you made a fucking robot dragon. Don't lie to me right now. It's a robot dragon.
So you were given essentially VR goggles to ride this ride.
Okay.
And the idea is that with these goggles on, that you would be able to see what the machines really are, quote unquote.
Okay.
But the idea is that it's not supposed to move, or it's not supposed to move much. It's like you get on them, and then like where you get on them is one place, and then they take you to another room, and the idea is that that's where like the experience is going to be, is in this other room.
Yeah.
Like you were going to quote unquote tame the dragon through this like experience that this guy has created.
You go into this learning how to train your dragon. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So you go into this other room, but you're basically on a roller coaster track. Like, it's kind of obvious that you're on a roller coaster track. But you go into this other room and you have this VR thing on, and that like time period that you're in this little room is basically for the ride to like catch up to itself and allow for load unload.
Yeah.
Because what happens is now you're looking around in this VR thing, and you're basically, instead of having like a row of like cars behind you or a row of people behind you, all you see is the dragon you're sitting on, but you see it as a dragon in the VR.
Okay.
And you're in like this like factory, like the walls around you do look like a factory in the goggles, but essentially while you're trying to quote unquote tame it, it does kind of go insane and take off.
Yeah.
And that is like the launch part of the coaster, is it like breaking through the ceiling of the building you're in, and then it's essentially like soaring over Mysterious Kingdom.
Oh, that's cool.
On this roller coaster.
That's cool.
You like fly through like these caverns that like aren't really in the park, but they might be.
It'd be like the outside of the park, yeah.
Yeah, and you would see like actual real dragons that have like been hidden away in these caves.
Oh, that's dope.
So it would literally just be a regular like Tron style roller coaster, but there would be all this VR storytelling of like sort of like a Flight of Passage sort of a ride experience.
Here's my favorite Easter egg we could throw into this, is one of the caverns that they see in the ride is actually in the park, but like in the actual real life version of the park, but we don't tell anybody about it. We're just like, oh, this is just like a small thing you could go run and do. And there is like a dragon sleeping in it that you could go take pictures with.
No, so I don't know how long they did this, but in the original extraterrestrial alien encounter at Tomorrowland in the Magic Kingdom, if you were on the outside of the building, there was a like grate that was along the wall that was like ventilation, and like every so often it would sound like the alien was running through that ventilation.
Oh, that's cool.
If you were like, you couldn't hear it unless you were like right up on it, but it would like make the noise. So like maybe there is a cave where you go in, and like every so often it would sound like something was basically flying over your head.
That's awesome. I will say, your idea is basically my idea for this week. The only difference is yours is like a pizza with everything on it. You were like, let's put steampunk in it. Let's put robots in it. Fucking Avatar shit. Because mine is also very... Did you ever ride Flight of Passage? I don't know if we've talked about this on the show.
Yeah, I would probably throw up.
No, it's beautiful. Don't. It's a beautiful...
I understand how beautiful it is. My body does not like dropping very much at all.
It don't drop that much.
Well, it's mind over matter.
Yeah.
I would definitely feel like if you've ever done like any of those IMAXs where it feels like you're flying, like even though I'm sitting down, I do kind of feel like everything's kind of going like this. So I'm pretty sure that would make me feel like, and even like, and I've said this on the show, the flying carpet thing from PhilharMagic where you go straight toward the ground, I kind of do push back in my chair a little bit at that. Like it does make my stomach feel like a weird feeling.
With me, it's the moment when you fly towards the clothes and then they bust that jet of air in your face, and it's the worst experience ever.
It's like, oh, I got bra fart in my face.
Yeah, but
thanks, Donald.
But as I was saying, yours is like a pizza with everything on it. Mine's kind of like a plain pepperoni. It's real basic, but it works. So with me, I came up with this idea that there would, like, as we've said before, there is an app to help you keep control of your character, but also when you leave Mysterious Kingdom, or even as you prep for it, there will be in-app quizzes like Pottermore, so you could determine stuff like the perfect wand for you. That's also where you would determine if you're like a fighter or a rogue, like all of this stuff. But there would also be an app determining what type of dragon you get. So basically, this is where your ride directly conflicts with mine, because in my opinion, dragons in this world, they're kind of smaller. They're like horses, but they're also how you travel. So you can choose from wyverns, drakes, worms, etc. You could pick its color, shape, etc., but you get kind of based its personality on a quiz. You get to find out if it's like fiery or a calm one, like if it can breathe fire, or atomic breath like Godzilla. And then from this you actually get to go to, I don't know, maybe like a normal, probably one of the main hub, like not a goblin village or something like that. And that's where you get to go to your dragon training class. And that's how you actually attain your dragon and get to see it in real life. And the class is kind of just like a pre-show to the ride that I'm pitching, which is called The Road to Draconia. And it's very much Flight of Passage, and there's a bunch of really...
It's a Bob Hope and...
Yes! There's a bunch of fun, like, pre-show spots where they're just like, well, with a dragon, you need to pet it like this, you need to do this, make sure to get its respect very quickly or it will consume you. And then finally you reach the final room setup, which is like Flight of Passage, except instead of 8 seats lined up in a row, it's 4 seats setting back to back, and much like yours, completely VR. Now, as you get into the ride, you board the host's dragon, so the whole time there's been this host who's like, hello everyone, today I'm going to teach you how to tame your dragon. And you board his dragon, who's just this old wizened drake by the name of Firebolt, and he tells you that you are minutes away from meeting your dragon. So, you get ready, and then you soar off into the air on Firebolt's back into Draconia, the home of the dragons, where there are some dragons that kind of like hiss at you and get really close because they're not used to humans. But like you go across this jet of water and you feel the water on your face. You swoop up and down. You can kind of feel like, okay. It's gonna.
So you're back to back like Toy Story Mania back to back, like that kind of.
No. It's basically, and I'm sorry for our audio listeners, this is bad, but it's 2 rows of 4 back to back like someone sitting next to you but not that close.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see now.
So then you land in Draconia and you kind of get down and you could feel your seat like jump up and down, and then that's where you scan your app beforehand. That way it knows what dragon to give you. You get to see your dragon close up, and it kind of stares at you for a minute, and you're not sure if it's a fan of you or not. I'm almost contemplating even putting like a fake dragon head that will get close to you and breathe on you, and you can pet it. That way the petting from earlier comes into play. And then you get to board the dragon, and that's where you're on your real flight of passage shit. Because then Firebolt shoots up into the sky, and you see the other riders' dragons. You feel the breath beneath you like flight of passage, and you get your first lesson in dragon flying, where there are a few mishaps, like you flying into tree branches, you almost hit a mountain, like you're flying straight towards a mountain, but then it shoots up into the air, and you see like this beautiful sunset on the horizon as you fly around Draconia, which does have that kind of neon Avatar look, where it's reminiscent of our world's nature, but it's just different enough to be really, really pretty. And you get to kind of fly across this landscape, feeling wind whip across your face. And I actually do really like your idea of you finally get back to the Mysterious Kingdom, but you can kind of fly around and see like small Easter eggs that you could go visit in the real world. Like, oh, there's
Space Mountain.
Yeah, like, oh, there's a dragon in this cave, or, oh, there's, like, something over there that I've never noticed before, and the only way you would notice it is if you rode this ride. And so then you land, you get off your dragon, you go out to the gift shop where you can buy a replica of your dragon. It's very expensive, but it is a good, like, memory maker. You could take it home with a birth certificate and all that. It's very Build-A-Bear.
So is it a plush, or is it like the Avatar maker where it's like a resin, like a 3D print?
I was going to say, since there's probably not a lot you could customize with them to make this ride feasible, like you could control like the 5 different types of dragons and then like maybe pick from a few colors, they would honestly just like have them in the back and bring them out to you, and they could be like the banshees at Avatar, so they could like perch on your shoulder and hang out with you, and you could control it like a puppet. But yeah, that's my ride. That's the ride to Draconia, I think I called it.
We're off on the road to Draconia.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we went in 2 different ways, but we basically got to the same place of this is a VR dragon ride.
I didn't actually come up with a gift shop thing. I was thinking about it, and I didn't come up.
See, I mean, I just feel like it made sense, given the fact that you could see. It's like going to Harry Potter World and being like, oh, Pottermore says my wand is this, and they can point out, this is the wand that has chosen you. Or you could...
This is the wand J.K. Rowling said you should have.
And it's totally not based on your birthday. It is, but it's not. Here you go, take it. Or you could just do what I did and go to, oh shit, why can I not remember the wizard man's name? Daffodil's Fancy Wands. You know, the famous shop for
Ollivander. It's Ollivander's.
Ollawonger's Special Swans. You know, the one we all love. Oh, so Jim, it's been an episode, but we need a challenge for next week. And I hinted at it last week when we talked about the Spider-Man upgraded, like, swinging rig as something we've never seen before in ride vehicles.
Oh, that would so scare the crap out of me.
Which is why, Jim, I now bring to you today this. Well, hold on. Firstly, it's definitely not, as much as I love Disney, you can't one-up the fucking ride at Universal. It's the best ride. It takes me back to the 90s with that old-school Spider-Man theme song. But I want us next week to build any ride you want, based around anything you want, but it has to have a completely unique ride vehicle that has never been seen before in all of theme parks. So
that might be a difficult one.
It's gonna be tough. all my brainstorming so far has led me to essentially create the giant mechanical spider from the end of Wild Wild West, but you're perched on top of it. Don't know how feasible that is. But that is your challenge for next week, is a completely new ride vehicle that no one has ever seen before.
Oh, my apologies in advance to Bob Kerr.
Yeah. So, Jim, where can people find you on the internet?
I'm on Twitter at apparently smart, although I don't feel much of that right now.
And you can find me on Twitter at ScottyMo, SCOTTYEMO. Buy all my books on Amazon. Just look up Scotty Moore and you will find them. So check that out. Check out all the other shows at a load of purebs.com, ladies and gentlemen. Fun Fiction just came back. And also, make sure to catch up on the show Relativity, because I guess I can announce this, I'm going to be providing a voice for a character in Season 4. It was written by one of my college professors. I'm super excited he let me become part of it. So get on the Relativity train and then join me on that, ladies and gentlemen. And then, of course, remember to rate us on iTunes, subscribe to us on YouTube if you'd like the video version of this, and remember to follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/aloadofbs, because that's the way you can watch me and Jim do this live. But, of course, until next time, you can find Jim and me on Twitter at OppAttShow. That's spelled OppAttshow. Are you down with OPP?